Hello. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the beginning of a new streaming week here on the Level 1 podcast. And today might be a weird show because I was starting up everything and immediately became incredibly confused. Apparently, there is a scheduling conflict that caused some kind of a crazy controversy during my day off that I didn't even know about until about 15, 20 minutes ago. And I was scratching my head trying to figure it out. And it may actually have been created by me. I don't know. I guess we have to talk this out and try to figure out what the heck's going on because even I don't know at this point. All right. But anyway, I'm excited to come back this week because this is a great streaming week for me. Tons of new games, which is always a great thing around here. Now, we don't know if any of these games will actually be good, but new versus ongoing old and filler content is always better. And so we will talk about all of that and more, hopefully clearing up this confusing scheduling conspiracy, which apparently is the talk of the town, on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo! Because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Oh!
Alrighty, everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you all had a good Saturday without me. I'm back for a full streaming week. In fact, I actually have an update right out of the gates today. I will be here all week streaming 6 straight days. Remember, originally, the plan was that I was going to have a 5-day streaming week this week to have an extra day off, but my wife's schedule got changed. So now we're shuffling that around, and it looks like that's probably going to be the last week of February. While this week I will be here for 6 straight days, which is a good thing, honestly, because this week there's not one, not two, not three, but four actual 4 new games that we'll be checking out to various capacities. And I guess you might wonder, well, does that actually mean that you're going to be playing 4 new games to their entirety? Like, what does that mean? That's actually a valid and good question because I don't even really have an answer. It really depends on how things go with each game and whether or not we actually adopt those or adapt those into the schedule as full-time playthroughs or not. I doubt that I'm playing 4 games at once plus trying to finish up others. Um, so quite frankly, it's kind of a weird situation this week. But in addition to that, I'm also trying to finish up the existing playthroughs, but now there's confusion about smart guys and everything. Ugh. I don't think I've ever had an episode where I went into it and I'm like, all right, so the hot topic today is the schedule. In fact, I think that's usually the opposite. Like, usually when I talk about the schedule on this show, a lot of people are like, oh, it's boring. But today, I'm not even kidding you. Um, as I started and booted up here, people were like, oh, what's going on with your schedule and what's what's going on with this and that? I was like, you care? It's like it's a big deal. And people are like, yeah, this is the talk of the town. We need to know what's going on with the schedule, smart guys, and this. Okay. So anyway, um, yeah, let's get started because I'm just as confused, I think, as all of you. Today is Sunday, the 16th of February, 2025. All right. Yesterday was my day off. As we all know, this has been a very weird time these last few days. With my appearance on a podcast slash show that didn't go as I was told it was. Basically, I was lied to directly about it, about this appearance, which was very confusing. It caused drama. We fully addressed all of this on Friday, right? So I've said my piece. And, uh, I moved on from this, right? Like, I'm done. We already had a great day. For the record, Friday was a great streaming day, um, where we played, some great stuff and had a great time. I ended up getting my Shiranui to master rank, which was awesome. For those who don't know, all right, because you probably don't. My Shiranui, I've actually played better with her than any character that I've used in Street Fighter 6, which is odd because the game is almost 2 years old, and somehow now I'm playing at the best level, even though I'm not actively playing it all the time. Yeah, the math was done, and I got Mai to master rank faster than any other character. The only character who I got to master faster, I believe, was Honda and Dalzin when I had gone from console to PC. I, like, turboed through, but that's because I had already been playing with them on console for a long time and already had them on master rank on console. With Mai, this is the first time I'm actually using her because she's brand new, and getting her to master that fast was really, really cool. Um, so yeah, I think, but I basically did really well, and then as soon as I hit master, of course, as usual, this literally happens every single time I hit master with a character, uh I lost a bunch. Happens every time. Yeah, here we are. So in casual matches, I had 9 wins and 7 losses on Friday. Then when I got to ranked, I had 9 wins and 3 losses, and I beat a master player. Like, I played a master ranked Cammy of all people too. Cammy is usually like my kryptonite, right? And I played a master ranked Cammy, and I beat her 2-1, earning me over 500 ranking points, and that was like putting a rocket in my ass. And I hit uh master rank, which was awesome. But then I ended up losing a bunch when I played in master, but that happens like every time too. I don't know why. It's always infamous. Like, I hit master and then I like sputter out and I play like shit. So, but anyway, that was awesome, right? Hitting master rank so quickly. And now she's there. Now the question is, well, when I play Street Fighter again, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Should I keep playing with Mai, try to get better and try to get her to even higher rank? Um, or should we go back to the other characters? I guess we'll talk about it. But the thing is, we're not actually rushing to play Street Fighter this week or anything. So anyway, um, and then Friday night was great. I played the network test for Elden Ring Night Rain, and it went really well. It worked. I would say the only problem is some lag and latency, which I think is to be expected when they're doing their network test. Like, as you're playing and you're hitting the enemies, the hit is delayed, like, massively, and, like, "Oh, I wish that it was in sync," which I think they'll fix. I feel like since this is gonna be a highly online-focused game, you need to be playing with other people. I think they're gonna get the netcode and fix it by the time that the game releases, I hope. Because that was the one problem, is that the netcode was kind of slowly, you know, lagged up. But the game was great. In a nutshell, Elden Ring Night Rain is a combination of battle royale and roguelike. It's you and 2 other people teaming up and trying to help each other in this cooperative environment. You end up in, it's not Limgrave, right? It's supposed to be like a new land you're in, and you end up finding a whole bunch of enemies, all the different kinds of mobs and enemies from uh Elden Ring. And as you fight them, you gain the runes. And then once you gain runes, you run to one of the points of grace randomly throughout the map, and you can level up, which gives you more health, more FP, more stamina. And that's the idea: is you kill, level up, kill, level up. You're also going to get items. You're also going to fight mini bosses, which are basically boss fights from the real game, but now they're co-op. And as you kill the bosses, you get rewarded not only with the runes, but also with rare items like better weapons and stuff like that, which make you significantly better for your class. Each class is completely different. You got the Guardian class, which I was using, that's essentially a tank. Then you've got a class that's really fast, like a dual wielding blades, where it's more like melee class, but you're kind of like a glass cannon. Um, and then there's like a more well-rounded class, and then there's a magic class. I actually didn't even run into anyone using the magic class yet, so I don't know how good it is. Um, but it's kinda neat, and it's 3-day cycle where you start off day 1 mostly fighting regular enemies and mini bosses, then at the end of that day, this is why it's like battle royale, because like Fortnite, there's a ring that keeps moving in, and you have to stay within the ring. If you don't, you gradually lose health. Just like any other battle royale game, you gotta stay within the ring, right? And then at the end, the big boss fight happens at the center of the ring, and there's all different various bosses that you can fight. It's not always the same one. And then once you beat uh, that big boss together, that day cycle resets, the ring disappears, the whole thing kinda goes into a day 2 segment, and then it's wash, rinse, repeat again. And at the end of day 2, day 3, you go into a area like a gate, and you fight a giant boss fight in a huge boss arena. That's like an epic challenge, and that's the end. So I played it for around 2.5 hours on Friday night, and it went really well. Like I had a ton of fun. At first, I had no clue what I was doing, but over the course of the night, people were showing up and explaining to me how it works. And by the end of that stream, I was like, "Oh, this is neat. This is good. I actually really like this. I just hope that the netcode gets improved. But outside of that, it seems like a sound game, especially if they put in a significant uh amount of uh bosses, enemies, locations. Because I'm gonna assume it's not always gonna be the same location. Like they might have different maps and things that you play on. I think it's gonna actually work out really well. Well, I had a great time with it, and I'm so happy that I was accepted to this network test to allow me to try it out. So I did 2.5 hours. It went really well. We're gonna do more today. I'll talk about the future schedule in a moment. But yeah, and then over the course of Friday, tremendous support. We hit not one, not two, but three goals on Friday. So we went from 11 out of 20 to 14 out of 20 goals hit, getting us big progress, right? Towards our actual big reward coming up of the DSP tries at McDonald's, which is going to be the Shamrock Shake, which they just re-added to the menu. And then it's also going to be uh some other things from there. I'm gonna have a real meal there when we eat there. So good stuff. All right. And also keep in mind, we're starting to plan towards our big 50 reward. When we hit 50 goals hit, we're gonna be doing a marathon. And we've tossed around ideas. The one idea so far that we talked about is a 5 nights at Freddy's marathon where I'm gonna be playing like several of these games, maybe like 3 or 4 of them back to back to see what they are and see how they've improved over time or how they've changed over time. Um, and basically kind of get the deal because here's the thing. I never really played them. I only played one for like maybe 20 minutes and I hated it. And then a few years ago, during like a Halloween event, I played another one and I also hated it. So, but again, that's not what we have to do, but that was the idea people came up with so far. And I thought it's kind of neat. It's something that I've never done before. So maybe it would be cool. Um, but anyway, yeah. So all this stuff is going down. And I mean, I would argue Friday was a really great day, you know? And it's funny because people think, oh, well, the drama, the drama, the drama. I'm like, the drama. Did you not notice something about Friday? Okay. Yeah, the podcast was affected for sure. I had to address what had happened. But once it ended, did you not notice that it didn't affect my day at all? That we had a great day. I hit my objective of what I wanted to do in Street Fighter. I had a great night of Elden Ring Night Rain, and we got support and everything was good. That none of that even matters. Exactly. And this is what I keep telling people that this drama stuff, it doesn't benefit me. It doesn't really affect me. To be honest, I kind of feel like it was a waste of time to even have to waste the podcast on Friday talking about it. Because it has nothing to do with us, right? We're all here for a reason. To enjoy each other's company, to chill, to hang out, and to enjoy games. That's really the primary reason. Now, there's other things too, but for the most part, that's what we're all here for, right? So, that being said, um, I'm ready for another fun week, and this week is gonna be jam-packed full of games. Checking out I get the feeling this week will be interesting. If you're wondering what are the games this week, okay? So, on Tuesday, we have both Avowed and Lost Pause releasing, okay? And apparently I screwed up my own schedule. That caused so much controversy. I came into the chat this morning as I was about to start the stream, and everyone's talking to me about, uh, oh, all this drama that's gonna happen on Tuesday. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, yeah, because you're not doing smart guys. And now, apparently, now this guy, Steve, who, snaked you, he's going to be on the casino on Tuesday instead, and this and that. And I was like, I have absolutely no clue what any of you are talking about. What, what does this mean? You know what I mean? Like, I had my day off. I was pretty much unplugged from the internet for most of it. It wasn't until like the end of the day when things were winding down that I tried to get caught up. In fact, I had four uh I had 4 clips from the Thursday podcast when I was reacting to Sony's State of Play that um that I uploaded over the course of yesterday, and I kept forgetting to post up about them. Like when they go live, I would like to post up on social media and make a post on my main page so people know, hey, the clip went live, check it out. I kept forgetting to do it because I was busy. On my day off, I'm spending time with my wife. We're doing stuff together. And I'm like, oh crap, that video released. So I'm like 3 hours late posting up about it. What are you gonna do? Um, I hope you guys did enjoy those highlights, by the way. Like, normally those highlights I would have put out earlier, but as you know, things didn't really go according to plan this last week, and it kind of screwed everything up, which is actually why I screwed up the schedule too, which I'll talk to you guys in a second about, which apparently is the source of all of this controversy. But anyway, yeah, listen, I'm ready for games. That's the funny part about it, right? Is everyone's all drama, drama, drama. Literally, I go to turn on my stream. I look at the Kick chat this morning. Every single person in Kick chat is talking about drama. I'm like, it's not even has nothing to do with me. It doesn't. I'm not even involved in it. Like, I just had a nice normal day with my wife, doing fun stuff, right? Relaxing. And I come back and I'm like, I'm gonna have a great week of games. This is exciting. I look at the chat, drama, 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 drama. Like, what? And as you can see, I'm just not even like, how do I put it? There was a time when I used to get like worked up about shit or angry about stuff or upset, right? And I would stand here and I would have a big meltdown. How dare you all talking about drama in my chat and, all of that. In reality, I just, at this point, I'm just so like, I don't care if you want to talk about it. I guess it's up to you. But for me, I go with the flow and I already know I'm going to be incredibly busy this week with all these games coming out, right? So anyway, so the game's coming out. Avowed, which is the new game from Obsidian. Obsidian is the studio that made whatchamacallit? Fallout New Vegas as well as The Outer Worlds many years ago. This is their new outing, but this is a fantasy game. Okay. There's Lost Pause, the new narrative-based game from the makers of Life is Strange. This has nothing to do with Life is Strange. It's a totally new plot. It's supposed to be some kind of like a thriller mystery, from what I'm to understand. I really don't know yet because it's not out yet. Um, and then I believe it's Thursday is the release of Fatal Fury beta, an open beta where you can play it on any format. There's 8 characters available, and everyone will be able to play Fatal Fury for the first time. To be honest, I don't even know what's really going on with it. Like, I don't know how it plays, and I'm gonna check it out for the first time on Thursday. And then on Friday, it's the release of Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Okay, so we got 4 actual. Lost Pause is not a game. What's the name of it then? People are saying it's not the name of the game. Did I get the name wrong? Is that what it is? Hold on a second. Maybe I got the name wrong. You're right. I did get the name wrong. It's a YouTuber. What's the name? What's the game? What is the game coming out on Tuesday? How did I get the name wrong? Did I write down the wrong name too? It's Lost Records. Why did I keep saying Lost Pause? I have no idea. All right, Lost Records. That's the name of the game from the makers of Life is Strange. My bad. From Don't Nod. Yeah, from Don't Nod. Yeah. So anyway, sorry I screwed it all up apparently. I'm an idiot. I had the wrong name all week. I put the wrong name on the schedule. See what I mean? This week I've been all thrown off. I've been making silly mistakes like this, and then everyone's confused. Everyone's completely confused. I am too. Seriously, like I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I've lost name. Yeah, we call it lost name. All right. So it's Lost Records. Okay. So those are the 4 games I'll be checking out this week. Okay, fair enough. Now here's the thing: with all of these games, was I thinking Kick Chat is a lost cause? Maybe. I don't know. You're right. Maybe. Anyway, I don't know if any of these games are actually going to pan out to be full playthroughs, to be honest with you. Like, Avowed is a Game Pass game. I like Obsidian. I've played their previous games and very much enjoyed them. That doesn't mean that it's going to be a great playthrough for full time, right? It means that maybe I'll play it and we'll like it or we won't, and then we make that decision. It's funny because I actually had a couple people contact me, like write me emails. They're like, I don't think you're going to like Avowed. Don't play it. And I'm like, it's a Game Pass game. Like, there's no risk here. I don't have to spend any money to play it. So why wouldn't I at least give it a shot? Why wouldn't I? Why would I just skip it? That's kind of silly. Even if it was a game I knew I wasn't going to like, it's still a Game Pass game. So maybe just do it for one stream and give it a shot. Like, doesn't that make sense? So anyway, so we got that. I almost said Lost Pause again. Lost Records, again, it's from the makers of Life is Strange, but it's a totally new plot. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I've done well with narrative-based games, right? They seem to be good things that we can break up, uh, we could break up during the course of all my content, right? So, there you go, right? Um, and as for Fatal Fury, it's a beta. It's free. I wanna try it. It's a brand new fighting game. It'll be something a little different. Um And that should be fun. And then lastly, I already talked to you guys about Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, how this is a game that I absolutely want to play. All right. Now, I don't know if the audience is going to tune in and care about it. All right. But I hope that they will because I love the Yakuza series, right? This is the newest one. It's one of the spin offs that's not super serious. It's going to be more zany, more fun stuff going on in it rather than it being ultra serious plot or anything like that. Um, so I'm hoping for the best that it ends up being something fun. I've also heard it's shorter than a normal like a Dragon game. Like it's 15 hours for the plot and like 25 to 30 hours if you do side content. So I don't know. Like I'm excited for all of these, right? But don't know if any of them are gonna stick. Don't know if any of them are gonna be super successful or not. I just don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen. So I guess we have to see. Okay, we'll have to see for ourselves, but it's gonna be an exciting week no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Um, And I think it's gonna be a good time, breaking this up instead of just being all downtime stuff, right? So, there you go. What? If someone gives 25 subs, will I put on a vest? Why would you want me to put on a vest? Didn't we do that for years and years? Isn't that super boring and played out at this point? Right? Like, why would anyone care about that in 2025? I thought we were past it and people don't care anymore, right? Jeff says Lost Pause was under the impression you were going to invite him onto the show to be interviewed. He was looking forward to it. I don't even know who that is. I didn't even know that was a YouTuber. So I don't even know where I got the name from. I really don't. Like I said, I guess my brain is all scrambled from the last week, right? Okay. So anyway, um, so that's the week, gameplay wise. I'm excited for that, and I am here all week. Now, I think what we should do, the one thing we need to determine is will I actually be playing the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii game? I want to play it. I do, 100%. And I've been kind of urged by people recently. They said, you should just play what you want to play. I'm like, well, that's great. And I understand that. And that's pretty much been my philosophy, has it not? Problem is when I play what I want to play, sometimes it's a game that people don't want to see. Sometimes it's a game that people won't attend or support. And then I end up playing a playthrough for a month or two that everyone complains I should have been doing other stuff. And why don't I listen to my audience because they didn't want it? So it's like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't know which to do. So I want to talk with you guys about it over the course of the week about what to do, um, and what to play and go from there. Okay? So please let me know. I would love to hear opinions. If I play Pirate Yakuza, will you show up? Will you hang out and support it? Or are you not interested at all in it? You know? And maybe try to judge what we should or shouldn't be doing, right? See, I mean, here you go. On one side, this person says, we don't want Yakuza King. And on the other side, someone says, it doesn't matter. Play what you want and what you think will be fun. I don't know. So anyway, not interested at all, says Mr. Phantasmic. So let's talk about it over the week. I'm not ready to make an immediate decision um at all. I'd rather play it by ear and see what people want by the end of the week. Okay? And by the way, again with Avowed, a lot of people in chat are like, "Oh, don't play Avowed, it's going to be boring." We're not committing to it. I don't know why people seem to be under the impression that because I'm saying we're going to play Avowed that we're doing a full playthrough. I didn't say that. It's a Game Pass game. So there's like no committal here at all, right? I would like to check it out and just see what it is. And if it really does suck, then we won't play it. But let's at least give it a try so we have that frame of reference. I mean, that's the advantage of being a Game Pass subscriber is you can have access to all these games to see what you want or what you don't, right? Like I thought that's the whole point. Anyway, there you have it. Anyway, so that this week we're gonna have a combination of all kinds of stuff. But before we get to the schedule, which is really the end of this podcast is me talking about the schedule, I feel. I guess we should talk about the elephant in the room. Insane confusion about the schedule for this week, about drama and about all this stuff going on. I feel like part of it has nothing to do with me, and part of it has to do with me making a silly, honest mistake. And I guess people have created drama in the last like 48 hours. And I couldn't believe it. Like I came to my stream and people are like, oh my God, the schedule and smart guys and this and that and this. And I was like, what are you talking about? Okay. So anyway, um, here's what's going on. So as you know, I was on that show, Truth Seekers on Thursday night, and it was a entire thing was a trick basically, so that Steve could basically make content for my detractors and make a bunch of money, which he has, which is not a shock, right? Like he's made another stream. The stream made like a grand, which is exactly what side scrollers did. And isn't that exactly what I said he would do on the show when I was on it? I literally said, so you're pulling the side scrollers. You're going to do exactly what they did. And he says, oh no, I'm not going to do that. And then he went ahead and did it anyway. 'Cause that's what he does. I mean, he plagiarized the entire show from Kiwi Farms, and now he's plagiarizing the milking of the detractors from side scrollers, doing exactly what I said he would do to a T. Like it's like clockwork, actually. Okay. But I guess my detractors are so stupid they don't get that. They really are that dense and dumb. They don't understand that they're being milked again. This is the second time. Like they already saw it happen once and then saw nothing ever came of it. And now they're doing it again with someone else. They're that dumb. A fool and his money are easily parted, I believe is the saying, correct? So anyway, um, that happened. And then as you know, we did our podcast the next day, and I told you guys, yeah, I got fooled, but I don't really care. We're moving on and all of that, right? So with all that going on, basically two things happened. Okay. So number one, on the Kino Casino on Friday night, they were having a segment about this at the very beginning, the very top of the show. Okay. And they were basically joking on both sides. They were saying positive things about me, but then taking shots at me, but then they were saying negative things about Steve, but then saying basically they made a whole drama segment about it, which is what they do, right? And I kind of feel like they're playing both sides on purpose because that's what benefits them. That they get content out of this, right? Like probably that's the point. Right? Is that not the point to get content? Like, I feel like that was the whole idea to begin with. So, they did that, and then there was just an aside, like a quick line that PP had said, after basically slandering Steve and saying, "Oh, he's a jerk and he went rogue," they said, "And by the way, Steve, we'll see you on Tuesday." Right? And that was it, and that was the end of it. So, it was supposed to be like a side reference, like, "Haha, this whole thing's a joke to begin with," we're still gonna be friendly with Steve and everything anyway. So, that happened, and immediately people are like, "So now we don't know what's really going on," right? So in the meantime, to be clear here, all right, I spoke with PPP about all of this behind the scenes and everything, and, everything is moving forward as planned, like, we're still doing Smart Guys this Tuesday, everything is fine, okay? So, all that's happening, and then I guess what happened was when I was doing my schedule on Friday night, I completely screwed it up and it's on me. This is me, my mistake is I guess the reason for the real controversy here. Like I don't think anyone, let's be honest here. Does anyone think that Kino Casino are my best friends, including me? No. And none of us ever felt that from the beginning, right? The whole idea here, right, is that they get content, but I benefit too. Like we're all making out in this relationship that we've had ever since August of 2024, right? Like we're all getting stuff out of it, and that's why it's continuing. If at ever there was no benefit to our relationship of working together on various projects and the like, then we would just stop. Like, what would the point be? Right? Okay. So I think this is a weird thing that people are like, yeah, we're best friends behind the scenes and we're all doing just like no one ever I don't think anyone ever had that impression, except maybe the public for some reason, but that was never the thing, like, we were always in a working relationship. I've outright said numerous times, I don't like drama. I don't wanna be involved in drama, right? And the flip-flop of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have been glazing me for a long time, and everyone knows that. Like, that's the point. Isn't that the running joke? I thought that's what it was. I thought people were smart enough to get it, but I guess not. I guess some people just didn't get it, and they thought, you know what I mean? Like, I think people just misinterpret stuff. Um, so, um, with all that going on, and by the way, these impersonators in chat, I'm gonna get rid of them so no one gets confused. There we go. Um, I made my schedule on Friday night, and I made a mistake when I was hurriedly trying to get this schedule together last minute, so I can get out of here, spend time with my wife. I had put on the schedule that Tuesday is a double new release day. That on the first stream I was going to play Avowed, on the second stream I was going to play Lost Pause, which isn't even the name of the game. The name of the game is Lost Record, so I got the name wrong. Okay. And that's on me. I'm stupid, right? I was trying to rush to get out of here. But anyway, I put that as Tuesday's schedule. And then I said for Wednesday, we're doing it again. We're doing Avowed and Lost Pause again, even though it's Lost Records. Okay. So I put all that up and that was it. And I had my day off and I didn't think anything of it whatsoever. Like I had no afterthoughts about nothing. And then I literally had no clue what was going on. And I come on stream this morning and I start to set up the streams, and everyone in Kick Chat is gossiping like a bunch of little, teenage girls in high school. And I said, "What are you guys like? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh my god!" So Steve did another stream about you, which I expected. So I don't really care, right? I kind of knew that was going to happen. Um, and and then the casino, are snaking you, or is the casino snaking Steve? Are they going to felt Steve? And are they really siding with you? And Smart Guys is canceled, and is Steve going to be on the casino on Tuesday, or is Smart Guys happening? I was like, what on earth are you guys talking about? Like, I literally was disconnected from all of this on my day off, and I'm trying to get caught up. I was like, I have no clue what anyone's talking about. And they're like, yeah, didn't you check? What about your schedule? I said, what do you mean? So I went and I looked at my schedule and I realized I had not put Smart Guys on the schedule. And that was actually my mistake. It wasn't intentional at all. Like, I think this might be a situation where a silly, honest mistake just had weird timing. So now people misinterpret it to be something that's not. So people were interpreting it that because Smart Guys wasn't on the schedule, that Smart Guys has been canceled, that Steve is going to be on Kino Casino on a special Tuesday appearance, despite the fact that Kino Casino don't broadcast on Tuesdays. And all these like assumptions were made based on me screwing up the schedule. All right. Allow me to tell you guys from my perspective what's going down this week. All right. Number one, I know under no impression whatsoever that the guys from Kino Casino are my best friends. All right. Like I said, we've had a working relationship where we've made content together and it's worked. Okay. So there you have it. And we're going to continue to do that as long as it still works. And if at any point either side says, this ain't working, the content isn't good, it's not benefiting us, then we will stop. Right. Like I'll be honest, for example, the last couple of times that I appeared on Kino Casino, all right, months and months ago, I don't think they benefited either side. I don't think they got a boost or any interest out of it. And I don't think I got a boost or any interest out of it. Certainly, I wasn't making any money or anything from it. So if you haven't noticed, I wasn't on the casino for the longest time, and that's intentional. You know, if there was a reason for me to go back, if something was going on, and if there was actually like a topic, then then we'd be more interested in doing it. But people ask me for the long time, would you be on casino again? And I'm like, I mean, I would, but what's the point? Like we tried it, it wasn't working, it was getting boring, was it not? So that's why we cooled it down, which is what you do, right? Um, so yeah, like in my opinion, moving forward, there's a working relationship. Sometimes when we make content together, it works and it's interesting. Right? I mean, I think Smart Guys is working. I think it's a show that, even though it doesn't have a giant audience, it has an audience that's building, that enjoy wrestling commentary. I'm enjoying getting back into wrestling again. The show is finding a little bit of traction. It might get more traction if we stick with it. And if we find what it needs to be, because we've tried a couple different formulas, right? We tried it, just being wrestling. We tried it being drama. We tried a combination of the two. I think we're going to eventually reach that perfect mix where things are going to go well. Oh, really? People are saying their kick is not working? Guys, if kick is not working, it's working for me. Like, I can see your messages. I can see Chimchar. I can see Yavanna. Uh, Super Bonchan says, I should do another a casino appearance where they introduce me to more lol cows. I mean, I guess they could, but is that entertaining? Like I said, I think the first couple appearances that I had on the show worked really well because it was me being exposed to a new audience, that audience being exposed to me for the first time. But after doing it a few times, like I'll be honest, I think when I appeared in October and the whole idea was that we were all going to dress up like Ghostbusters and we were going to do this show kind of felting Ralph, Ethan Ralph, and all of that. It just kind of fell apart because at the same time, the review tech drama was happening with him breaking down and deleting his channel and all that shit. So, because everything happened at once, it kind of lost momentum of the idea that we had. And when I appeared on the show, it was very disjointed. Like we didn't really know where to go with it. And on top of that, I mean, I'm not even going to lie to you. Earlier that day, do you remember I had done DSP Tries at Taco Bell? And it was killing my guts. So I was sitting there on the show, bloated as hell, trying to be entertaining, and it did not work. Seriously, like I know it didn't work. Like that appearance was kind of a bust. And then after that, they wanted me to be on for the politics show. And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I really don't think like that last appearance worked, you know, but they really really wanted me to be on the politics show. So I went on there and I think that went all right, but the problem was I wasn't going to clear my whole schedule to be there all night for the politics show. So I showed up for like, 45 minutes when Trump was in the process of being elected. And I think that worked for the short blip that it was. I think it did actually work. It was entertaining. But after that, like we just didn't really have many or any ideas of stuff to do on either end. Like if I had come up with a good idea, I would have, presented it to them too. But so it is what it is, right? And then when Smart Guys presented itself as an idea and we started working on it, I was like, oh, this was working, so let's roll with this, right? So that's how it works. I hope this makes sense to everyone. Okay, I mean, it's logic, right? It when you talk about it this way, it makes sense. You realize there's not secret dealings and plannings and snakings and all kinds of crap behind the deal. The scenes, it's never happened. It's just do some work together from time to time and it works out or it doesn't, right? There were stretches of time I didn't talk to them for a while, and there was sometimes when we would talk a lot because we're involved in stuff. You know what I mean? Um. Anyway, so all this going on this week, it all went down this way, and from my perspective, after talking to PPP, we're gonna move forward with our content. All right, we're gonna do Smart Guys. It's gonna keep going, and all that is fine. I 100% confirmed with PPP that we're doing Smart Guys on Tuesday. Okay, and I confirmed that, moving forward, it was kind of, they're going to keep joking about everything. They're going to joke about me. They're going to joke about Steve. I mean, that's what they do. They're a drama commentary show, right? This is what that's their content. So they're going to bring it up. They're going to be doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm okay with that. I've already told you guys, they could say whatever they want about me. They literally went out of their way last year to be nice to me and it helped me out a ton. Okay. I'll be dead honest with all of you. Ready? Because I think people need more honesty these days and transparency. Like literally right now, if Kino Casino came out with a statement and says, from now on, we're just going to felt Phil. We've had enough of being nice to him. It's not working. And now we just want to make fun of him constantly. I'd be like, good luck in the future. Thanks for everything you did up to now. But that's the route I can't go. I'm not going to get into a feud with them because I don't do that. Right? You guys don't want that kind of content. I don't want that kind of content. So more power to them if they turn me into just one of their lolcow subjects for their show moving forward or whatever. So be it. Not a big deal. Seriously, like I just don't care. Do I really care about Steve either? No, I don't care about any of this. I don't. I personally don't benefit from this at all. If you haven't noticed, like a lot of people are, oh, all this drama, Phil will benefit. What actually, what actually exactly do you think I could benefit out of all of this? To be frank, like really, what exactly do you think is going to come from any of it that would benefit me? right? I didn't even make anything extra on Friday. You might say, "Oh, you made your goals." Well, I'm in my goals, and there was one extra goal, but at the same time, I ended up doing like a super long podcast I didn't even want to do, right? I didn't want to have anything to do with that. Okay. So yeah, listen, if fun content comes out of it that I like and I'll benefit from, I'll keep doing it. And if not, and they want to move on and basically turn the whole thing into a three ring circus of drama so they benefit, they could do that. And I don't really care. All right. I think people want me to like explode and respond and say, "Oh my God, I'm so upset. I've been snaked and this and that." And it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just don't care. I've got, like I said, I'm so busy right now. I will be so busy, okay, moving forward with all this stuff that I don't really care. I'm gonna have games to play. We're gonna have all this stuff going on the next few months. Finally, gaming's gonna pick up, right? I'm actually gonna have an awesome setup to cover all the new stuff for the first time ever. I will actually be up on everything. Okay. So yeah, I don't care. All right. So it's just funny to me. So I made a mistake. I made a typo on my schedule, right? Because I was like in a rush to get out of here so I could have time with my family. And I basically get, I somehow inadvertently created this like drama over the weekend, I guess. I don't know. Because I made a typo on my schedule. Do you see how silly this all is? How stupid it is to me? It's hard for me to even care about any of this shit. It's just so dumb. But I guess some people love it. Again, the internet, people on the internet love their drama. It the truth is it really sucks because I don't care about you. As you know, I'm not this kind of person. I don't watch reality TV outside of like silly competition shows and stuff like that. Like I've never watched The Real World. I never watched the Kardashians and shit like that. I don't watch Real Housewives. You know what I mean? I don't watch any of that stuff. I actually hate it. Like no exaggeration. I can't take it. I think it's ultra cringe. And it seems like everyone on the internet is desperate to create their own internet drama stuff and get their piece of the pie. And then they've pulled me in over the years, and I've become part of this drama sphere completely against my will. Like, I never wanted to be involved in any of it, right? I don't. To this day, I just don't care. Now, I'll play the game when it makes sense, and I'll play the game when it benefits people. You know what I mean? If it benefits me or if it benefits others or whatever, but I'm not going to be constantly involved in it because I just don't give a shit. And some people would say, well, you see, you squandered your chance because you had your chance in the fall. Everyone was interested in you because of this new take on you and everything. And instead of doing drama content, which is what you should have done and fully invested yourself in it, you went back to video games. It's like I didn't go back to video games. I never left video games because that's where my content lies and always will. That'll always be the core. I'm not saying that moving forward, I won't change to do more things because I want to. If you haven't noticed, I have absolutely expressed the last several years, I want to be taken seriously as a podcaster because I know that playing games all day, every day when I'm older isn't going to work. Right. I think we all know that. Right. Um, so there you go. Um, so I want to do a podcast every day that people tune in like. And I think that I've done a pretty good job with that over the last couple of years, doing this show and doing more with it. And I hope that you guys like what the show has become at this point, and we'll continue to have new segments and improve and things like that. You know what I mean? Um, so there you go. Um, that's number one. Okay. But yeah, like I don't really care about any of this. I'm not, you see, to me, I actually am legit bored with drama. I'm legitimately bored. To me, it's the least interesting thing. It's not even worth getting upset about because every moment someone's going to do a new video, someone's going to say something horrible. You know what I mean? Every single moment, someone's going to just do it. So I don't care. They've pulled me into their drama sphere and I guess they're never going to let go. But it doesn't mean that I have to play their game, right? At all. So I don't care. All right. Now, to my knowledge, everything moving forward, all right, will be as planned. So the schedule will be today Anamusha Warlords on the first stream and another segment of I almost said smart guys. Another segment of Elden Ring Night Rain network test on the late stream. Tonight, I'm going to use a different character because I used the Guardian the entire first segment. So I purposefully want to do another segment um moving forward with that, or tonight with boy, I can't speak. I got distracted because people started talking in chat and I started reading it. Let's try this again. Tonight on the late stream, I'll be playing another session of the Elden Ring Night Rain network test. I'm going to be using a different character because I used the Guardian for the entire first session. He's kind of like a tank. So I want to go different. I want to maybe see if I can be the damage dealer, or maybe I'll try magic because I didn't do any magic during that first session. So maybe I'll go magic tonight. Okay. But it's going to be different because I'm going to be playing a different class, and that's going to be the late stream tonight. Okay. Tomorrow is kind of the day that's up in the air because tomorrow I'm going to be doing kind of like variety stuff for the final day before we get to more uh, new release stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing some Call of Duty, and I want to finish Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Okay, so Call of Duty on the day stream, where I'll try to continue to snipe, although it's weird because I can't unlock attachments for the sniper rifle by using the sniper rifle. Tell me how that works. I can't even get a scope or anything for it. I got to use other weapons apparently. So maybe it'll be a stream where I use other weapons to unlock attachments for the sniper rifle so I can actually use the sniper rifle well. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. Okay. But Call of Duty tomorrow. And then the late stream tomorrow night will be the conclusion of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Okay. Tuesday will be a new release day where I'm going to try Avowed on the first stream. And then it will be Smart Guys on the late stream. Unless something changes. Again, I confirmed with PPP we're doing Smart Guys this week. All right, so that's going forward as planned to my knowledge. If I hear anything different, I'll let you know. If I get ghosted and for some reason it's not happening, I'll let you know. You know what I mean? Like, but last time I spoke with PPP, everything's going forward with Smart Guys on Tuesday. All right. And then Wednesday, I said more Avowed, but at this point, maybe what we'll do on Wednesday instead, we'll do this Lost Records game on Wednesday's daytime stream. And then maybe Wednesday night, we could either do more Avowed or something else. We'll see, because it depends on how much we liked Avowed on Tuesday. I don't know if 3 hours will be enough to make a judgment about the game or not. Okay. Thursday is the release of the Fatal Fury beta, and Friday is the release of Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. So we have a couple of days till we get to that, and we have to talk about all this stuff later on in the week if I'm going to play Pirate Yakuza. Okay? All right, so fair enough. I hope this cumulatively has explained and covered everything. I feel like this whole thing happened without me being involved because I made a typo on a schedule, which is really silly in my opinion. Like, big deal, right? So let's see what happens and go from there. But this week, no matter what, we'll be busy with new games and good stuff. Okay? Good. And obviously, I'm hoping to avoid drama as much as possible. I don't want to be involved in drama at all. If I get pulled into it, well, you already know my opinion. I don't care, right? I'm not gonna be clapping back at everyone. I'm not gonna be getting offended. It is what it is. Life moves on. Que sera, sera. It's just the same old song and dance with me and how people treat me and everything. So I wouldn't be shocked if things went awry at the same time. I don't think that that's what was going to happen, but if it happens, oh well, which has been my attitude since the beginning. You remember what I said at the beginning, right? It's this simple. For over 10 years, people treated me like dirt, like literally like dirt. I was the whipping boy. I was the meme of the internet. Make fun of Phil, even though Phil doesn't really buy into it. Make fun of Phil and profit. Okay. I mostly ignored it. At first, I reacted badly. Then I mostly ignored it. Right. So, because of that, people just assumed that everything everyone always said about me was always true because I just refused to engage with any of it. Then Kino Casino was nice to me over the summer, gave me a new venue to be discovered on, put me in a positive light for the first time in many, many years. And people realized that, hey, Phil's actually can make some good content. And a lot of people jumped on and became new viewers and fans. And I really appreciated that. But I started buying the drama stuff on purpose because at that point it made sense to do it. And a lot of people were afraid that I'd lost my way and I wasn't going to do gaming content moving forward. But after a few months, I kind of course corrected. And, I feel like now we're off to a great start this year. And I want to continue with this awesome positive momentum that we've had, right? Now, in this regard, like with all this stuff going on, like I said, if all of this were to just end and just all this nonstop drama was to begin, I don't care. I'm not involved in it. I've already said, listen, They wanna move forward with it, they move forward with it. If that's what the plan was all along, they're telling me no, but at this point, I just can't really do much to care about it. I just don't. You know what I mean? So, there you have it, you know? If anyone here is a loser in this situation, it's my trolls because they're just so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, they're just so dumb. They continue to be used over and over, and they're just so ignorant they don't realize it. I can't imagine that they'd be that stupid that it's the second side scrollers cometh, and it's happening again, and they're that dumb that they don't see it. I just don't get it. How you can be that ignorant and stupid. I mean, how do you wipe your ass in the morning? Really? I don't get it. Could you how do you get out how do you even get out of bed without falling face first onto the floor and knocking yourself out? I don't know. But anyway, um, there you have it. All right. So that's that. Let's do some shout outs and then we'll see what you guys want to talk about today. Perhaps there's some good topics. I don't know. Like I said, I had my day off. Okay. On YouTube, let's start on the YouTube side of things first. The Tractors are sad with a $2 super chat says, while they wanted you to take a polygraph test. Yeah, because the polygraph test is worthless. Like I said, it's not submissible evidence because it's been disproven a zillion times that it doesn't work. Polygraph tests literally don't work. Scientifically, they don't mean anything. It's there, like I said, there's people who have figured out just how to beat the test. And they practice it and they can. Like they could take a polygraph test and pass it 10 times out of 10, even though they're blatantly lying. On the flip side of that, there's people who do it and they'll be like, your name is actually Bill, right? And they'll say, state your name. And they'll say, oh, my name's Bill. And they'll say, oh, you failed. You lied. Talking about. It doesn't, it's completely worthless, you know, but it's grand spectacle. It's drama, right? And that's really what people want is they want drama, right? uh Spawn Killer. 45 months as a member. Would you do another co-op game collaboration again with Kino Casino? Only if there was something that made sense to do together. Like months ago, we had been talking about various different things around Halloweenish, and then we ended up eventually doing Black Ops Zombies, which worked. I think it was good. Um, but after that, I don't even know what else we would do. Like haven't played many or any co-op games, right? Um, They don't do much gaming to begin with, and the gaming that's done is usually just Andy, and that's when everyone leaves their stream. If you haven't noticed, like, they're not known for gaming. So I think the gimmick of having Darkside fill in a co-op game, because basically I never do it, worked. But then after that, it didn't really work anymore. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, so thanks, Spawn Killer. Okay, tips. Let's take a look at tips here. So Flatman B starts off today with a $2 tip, and he says, "Happy Sunday, everyone. Much love and peace. Thank you to Flatman for getting things started positively here today. Appreciate that." Also, if you may notice, it sure seems like I'm tired today. It's because I am. For the past couple of mornings, Jasper Kitty has been waking up extra early and waking us up, and we don't know why. We don't know if he's hearing something in the environment or the neighborhood, and it's waking him up, and then he's waking us up. But 2 days in a row, he's woken me up like really early for no reason, disturbing my sleep cycle. And then it's like, then I got to get back to sleep. And so basically, I'm like, 2 nights in a row, I haven't gotten a sound sleep, and it sucks. And we don't know what to do because we don't know why he's doing it. He didn't used to do that. He used to sleep through the night, and now it's like every morning. Oh my goodness. So that's why I feel like this. I feel very tired today because of it. Um, okay. So someone sent me $2.22. It says you need to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's lore videos if you play the games. Gross names forever. Oh yeah, he put a gross name. I'm just never gonna read it. Um. So yeah, no, I don't know if I'm gonna read the lore unless if I play the game, right? Maybe after I play the game, I'm confused as hell. Then I would want to know the lore to try to understand what the hell's going on. But no, I'm definitely not gonna be doing pre-research. I mean, that would defeat the purpose of the games because the whole idea is that I go into a game and I play it cold. Sure. Chia is asking me, would I like a new Jasper sticker? Absolutely, I would. I would appreciate any new stickers or animations or whatever. A new Jasper one would be nice because we've had these Jasper ones for quite some time, I think, right? Yeah. Let's see here. I got a dollar tip. For the Five Nights at Freddy's Marathon, I recommend a game on PC. It's the best versions. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is very sound based, and you need to wear headphones. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is also terrifying. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Shia says that he got a cute video of me petting Jasper the other day that he can use. That's awesome. That'd be great. So thank you for the dollar tipper. Again, I personally, I would find the idea of a Five Nights at Freddy's torture marathon fun, even though I know I'm probably not going to like the games. At least to immerse myself in this universe for the first time and try to understand it and its lore, um, which is something I've never partaken in at all. I know almost everyone has played Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm one of the few that haven't. Um, I think it would be something neat and different that people would like. But if you guys think of something different that you'd like to see, go for it, right? Okay. I received a $2 tip. Hope you're having a nice day. I would like to donate Monster Hunter Wilds if you're interested. That's right. And this person already emailed me and I completely forgot to respond. Again, with all this crap going on, I'm all over the place. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, here's my honest question for you guys. All right. Should I allow someone to donate Monster Hunter Wilds? Because when I played the beta, you guys didn't like it. Like, no lie. I played it for that stream. What was it? 2.5 hours. And the overall feedback I got once again was that number one, it's boring. And number two, it wouldn't work because it's a game that has a ton of grinding required to get rare item drops to advance. And no one's going to want to watch me fight the same bosses repetitively over and over and over. Right. So I kind of feel like if someone's going to buy me this game as a new release, it's kind of a waste of their money, don't you think? Unless there's some kind of a change of heart and people want to see me play the real version, the final version. But I tried the PC version. It ran beautifully, but no one seems to care that much about it, right? That's just the truth. Okay. Continuing on. Someone tipped $1, says you should ask Keemstar to be on Loud Call Live. Here we go again with this. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I received, I can't even stop. I can't even not yawn. I received a $2.01 tip. We can see this crap is tiring. Try to distance yourself, go one day at a time, and things will roll on as always. The Dramasphere allure is strong and tries to pull you in, but be yourself. Enjoy success. Try to be better, and things will be okay. Again, if you haven't noticed, I don't care about any of it, right? I'm not engaging with it. I had to bring it up today because it was my honest mistake with my schedule that apparently caused confusion. Like, no, I wasn't canceling the wrestling commentary show. No, there's no special Kino Casino appearance on Tuesday with Steve. Like the whole thing's confusing because I guess I screwed up the schedule like an idiot, you know? So that's why I'm bringing it up. But, I got a lot of stuff going on this week that I'm going to be busy with. So after, I'm not caring about it. I'm not addressing any of it. I mean, literally, again, every single day I'm used to people saying not nasty, negative stuff about me, and I don't care. I just move forward and keep moving, and no one cares. So there you have it. I got another $2 tips. This person says, "In my opinion, this is a temporary downturn. Hang in there. Overall arc is upward." What downturn are you talking about? I've had it's been great. Like, even though we've been doing, like, filler content, like, let's be honest, Onimusha Warlords is not a new game, right? Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, Dino Crisis, right? Or Street Fighter 6 and Call of Duty. These are not new releases. This is just it's content to fill time until there's new releases that more people would definitely be interested in seeing me try out, right? Whereas many people who are saying, "Don't play Avowed," what you don't understand is that those day one views, the interest to see if I'm gonna like this game will be there. Even if I end up hating it, people wanna see that initial reaction, right? So, there hasn't been a downturn for me. I don't even know why people would get that impression. Things have been fine. Um, I'm good. I'm happy. We're have stuff to do. So I don't know. Okay. All right. So if you haven't noticed, I've been broadcasting this podcast for an hour. And during that time, I have not once mentioned contributions outside of shout outs here, but I haven't said, hey, let's get some subs or let's get some memberships or let's get some super chats or let's get some tips. Um, so I guess now I should do that because you know what they say: ask and you shall receive. Okay, so we're at 14 goals out of 20, 14 out of 20. All right, we are getting there. Okay, here's the deal: the next reward is 20 goals hit, which will be DSP tries it, McDonald's Shamrock Shake, and I guess that Angel Reese meal. The McDonald's DSP Tries It that I did several months ago is the most viewed DSP Tries It that I have done since I returned to doing the series in the summer. So people apparently really like me trying McDonald's, mostly because it's something that everyone can get, right? There's a McDonald's in almost everyone's neighborhood. So if I taste test something and I hate it or like it, you can then go taste it for yourself. Or if you want to say, oh, Phil said it was good, let me go, right? Let me go get it. So there you go. Um, please consider contributing to my content to support it if you like it. And also, let's hit these goals so that we can do a DSP tries it when we hit 20. All right. So, how to contribute? I think you guys know how it works. There's super chats and super stickers and memberships on the YouTube side, or gifted memberships, I should say. There's subs on the Kick side. Okay. Oh, excuse me. There's uh tips. Tips are third party through PayPal, and those are completely and utterly uh available to everybody, right? Doesn't matter where you are. And I appreciate all of those. And if you contribute in some way, I'll give you a shout out, unless it's some kind of a trollish message or something harmful. Then it's my prerogative to skip that. But for the most part, I shout out every message. All right. And thank you all who support my streams. I appreciate you. We're currently at, was it $14 out of our goal of 150 for the stream? It would be great if by the end of the podcast we could get some more momentum rolling. So how about we get some contributions in the ways we haven't yet, right? We haven't had a new member yet. Maybe let's get some memberships or gifted memberships here. We haven't had any subs on the Kick side, so maybe let's get some subs on the Kick side. All right, and let's get that momentum rolling. And let's chill for a little bit before we end the show. And then we'll continue on positively with Onimusha, which I'm excited for. When we played Onimusha Warlords the other day, I had a blast with it, and I can't wait to play it more. I really like the combination of hack and slash with Resident Evil-like mechanics. King Michael, how are you? How's it going, man? Okay. All right, as they say, ask and you shall receive. We've got P. Zimmer P. Flans, who gifted us up over on Kick. Thank you to Zimmer. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Yeah. Thank you, Zimmer. Let's see here. We got a troll here we're going to ignore. All right, and then I got a $2 tip. Someone says, my take is that as people's lives get worse with the economy, oh, wait. My take is people's lives have gotten worse with the economy. And so the more people search for drama to distract them from their own crap, the drama industry is growing. Do you think that drama will become more prevalent? Asking to get your perspective. I think drama is prevalent, right? If you go on YouTube right now and you start searching for what the most popular trends is, it's 98% drama, right? Let's be honest here. And it's fluff content, stuff that doesn't matter. It's frivolous crap, but people thrive on it. It's like I said, it's kinda like what was happening in the 2000s with reality TV is now happening on the internet with internet-based content, right? Like, in the 2000s, excuse me, there was a huge explosion. What do you mean? She says, "Zimmer wants to be unbanned from my chat. How could he have gifted a sub if he's banned?" What was his name? Zimmer P. Flans? There. I unbanned him. I don't know what he was banned for. Okay. In the 2000s, it was the dawn of reality TV, right? You had shows like The Real World that ballooned into other shows like the Anna Nicole Smith show, um, and other stuff like that. Then it turned into like pranks and stunts like Jackass or Punked, right? And then that turned eventually into shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians and shit like that. So that whole era, right, happened. Survivor and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden in the 2010s, the internet became more prominent as a source of entertainment, and the internet started to adopt. And now what's happened is it's finally caught up, and the internet is becoming completely abundantly dominated by drama content, right? That's the majority of it. No one is looking for a legit politics show. Everyone just wants to see a politics show that either leans all the way left or all the way right. No one is looking for or caring about something that's more tempered to the middle or more rational. They want extreme drama. No one is looking for a regular talk show. You want a show where a bunch of people attack each other, belt each other, right? Insult each other, um, do bad things to each other, like bury each other alive in the dirt, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they want. And these are the things that are getting popularity, and these are the things that are making money. And, that's not me. You know what I mean? Um, and I don't care about it, but I get drawn into it. So, but yeah, I think that the internet will continue. It's just like everything. It's just this slow trend, slow curve. The internet's finally catching up. You got to remember something, that when YouTube began, all right, many, many, many years ago, YouTube was meant to be a place where people who have talent or people who have knowledge want to share that with the world, but they don't have a budget. They have no production values, right? So because of that, YouTube, your opportunity to broadcast yourself as if you had your own television station to the world for free. That was what YouTube was originally meant to be. Now, YouTube is a way to bank. How do I make bank? What content can I make that will go viral, that will get clicks, that will get donations, that people will click on a sponsorship? What merch can I sell? These are like the primary thoughts that people have now when they start working on YouTube content. This is, you know what I mean? It's completely different than how it used to be. Oh, I have passion, I have knowledge or talent. I want to share that with the world. I want to show people how to play instruments, or how I'm going to sing. I'm going to do comedy. I'm going to play video games and share that experience. I'm going to film some stuff, do like short movies and series and stuff like that. That's all been lost. That's not what anyone does anymore. It's just what's the most marketable, profitable thing I can pump out. It's like a factory of workers working on an assembly line to push out the product that will make money. And that's sad, because that's never what it was intended to be. But that's where it seems like everything goes with entertainment in the industry, right? Like everything goes towards that. So it is what it is. Okay. Retro Danny, how are you today, man? He says he just beat Still Wakes the Deep and he loved it. It jump scared him at parts, and the story is good, and the cliffhanger ending wasn't a letdown for him. It was for me. It was a huge letdown for me. But there you go. Okay. Let's see here. Um, I received a $10 tip from Mars Inhabitant. Did you watch the season finale to Cobra Kai? It was a laugh riot. All right, well, don't. Why would you? First of all, okay, you realize some people might actually watch the show. You think about that? That people might actually watch the show. So you sent me a tip that apparently it has plot spoilers. I have no idea if this is real because I don't watch the show. But he sends me a tip and he's saying, "Oh, this character did this or this." I'm not going to read that. The show just ended, right? Just what, like a week ago? Not even. And I'm sure people are watching it now. I'm not going to read that out and piss people off. So thanks for the tip, but you might want to avoid plot spoilers of popular shows that are going on right now on my stream because I don't think that anyone wants to be spoiled. All right. Anyway. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, it was last night it ended? I know I saw posts about it that it was ending. I didn't know it actually ended last night. Okay. No, I definitely might get into it because I have it on Netflix now and so many people have said so many things over the years that it's good. So I might actually check it out, right? Oh, really? Jade Van Zyl says, I got Onimusha after watching you play it. It's a fun game. I'm a big fan now. I got it on PlayStation, going to get the rest of them when they remaster them. Cool. Me too. Like, I never knew what it was. Then you guys had me try it during this marathon last weekend. And I tried it. I was like, wow, this is significantly good. I actually like the combo of Resident Evil and like the hack and slash genre. And now that I'm playing it, I'm really liking it. And I'm going to play them all. Like, two's coming out in a couple months, and then the new one's coming out next year. I'm down for it. Okay. We got a little bit of extra time. Thanks to those who have supported early. All right. Obviously, I would like to hit the goal on this stream if we can. Um, so let's go ahead and get some support rolling. And thanks to those who've done it. Let's do a little bit more Q&A. If you tag me in the chat, we'll talk a little bit. And that's that. Cool. I got another tip, I think. I received a $10.03 tip. So, okay, this person is anonymous. They said, quick note on the Monster Hunter Wilds discussion. Okay, hold on. Let me play your animation and add you to the leaderboard, and then we'll see what you have to say. Because again, I don't know what to do about Monster Hunter Wilds, to be frank. I really don't. I'm being offered to get it via donation. I don't know if I want to accept it and waste someone's money if I'm not going to play it, and it doesn't look like it's going to work. At least my audience, I tried it and it didn't. So I don't know. Okay, so here's what this person has to say. All right. I played through both of the predecessors, Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. Okay. Um, Neither require extensive grinding to finish the story or campaign. At most, I was fighting monsters 2 or 3 times, which can be fun since I did it once by myself and then once in multiplayer. It is, of course, your decision whether or not to stream the game. Just want to clarify the grinding issue. So you're saying there is some grinding. You're admitting it, but you're saying it's not nearly as bad as the other person who had said on my stream that it would be bad. Like, it would be very, very annoying. It would be way too much. So you're saying that's not the case. Okay, fair enough. Here's the way I see it, right? Let's say, for example, you're playing uh Elden Ring and you get to a big boss fight and it's epic and you fight that boss and it kills you. Shit. Now you go back, take 2, right? This hair will not stop flowing down into my forehead there. It's bothering me. Yeah, see? Stay up the rest of my hair for some reason. Huh. Anyway. So you die and you die and you die. And let's say it takes you 45 minutes and you finally beat that epic boss and you feel so relieved and everything's good. You got your reward. You can move on with the game. But now imagine it's Monster Hunter, and it's like, oh, well, that's great. Now you have to kill that boss 2 more times, hopefully, to get the drop you need. It's like, wait, what? Dude, it took me 45 minutes to beat him the first time. these fights take a million years regardless. And then imagine you die near the end, you got to start over, right? Uh, and now I have to do it 2 more times. So that's why I can kind of feel or understand why people say it's not a stream friendly game. Like if that's actually the case and that's how the game works, I totally understand why people would be like, it's just not going to be stream friendly. Everyone will want to see the first epic fight. No one's going to want to see the second and third when you're forced to go back and do it again and again. So I don't know. I really don't know if it would work or not. I'm being honest. I'm not sure. Okay. I do appreciate your input and I do appreciate your contribution. Thank you. By the way, Zimmer gifted 2 more subs over on Kick. Thank you, Zimmer, for the gifted subs this morning. That's 3 total so far. Now we're up to $51 of support. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And I got a $2 tip. Nothing has changed since the Roman times. If people can't get gladiator fights, they look for blood through online conflicts. Wow. Yeah, it's funny. We have all this modern technology, and what do? We do the same shit with it, right? It's like, oh, we have TVs. What are we gonna do? Do reality drama. Okay. We got internet. What do we do with it? Let's make some reality drama. Like what? We're actually, yeah. No matter what we do, we end up doing the same thing. It's kind of the same thing repeats itself over and over, right? So Mortarian says, no, that person was wrong. The person who tipped $10.03. Mortarian is completely disagreeing in chat and saying they're wrong. You have to grind a lot more than that. So who do you believe? Oh, really? Jade Van Zyl says, so I played Monster Hunter World and it was very good, but then I played the Wilds beta and I feel like it's boring and there's too many things going on the screen at the same time. All right. Sarah says, Monster Hunter will not be fun unless you have friends to play with. Okay. No, I've never played Mountain Blade at all, Okami matchup. I don't know anything about it. Have I played Rainbow Six Siege? Asked Itzy. So funny story there. I did ages and ages and ages ago. I mean, this is how old this story is. I was still partnered with Machinima, okay? Machinima sent me a code for Rainbow Six Siege out of nowhere. I wasn't asking them for the game or whatever, but I guess they had gone into a promotion with them for the game, and so they gave me a game code for it to play the game, and I didn't buy it, okay? So I installed the game, and I went to play it, and Rainbow Six Siege was so busted at launch, it barely functioned. The online was a mess. You would drop constantly right in the middle of a match. It was wonky with the hitboxes. You would phase into walls. It was just a broken mess, okay? It was. At launch, that is. And at that point, I was like, wow, this game is terrible. I mean, I got it for free, so there's no committal here that I have to keep playing it, so I'm done. I'm just not going to play it. It's busted. So apparently that's when they actually went back to the drawing board, and Rainbow Six Siege is one of those success stories of a game that failed at first, but then they actually fixed it and people forgave them over time and it became epic. Think about No Man's Sky is a case of that, right? So apparently this is one of those cases. And now I've heard that the game actually is very successful. Everyone loved it. It became a competitive game or whatever. But I actually literally never went back to it ever since the launch. I just didn't care, you know? I'm not a big into team-based games to begin with. This is a team-based shooter or whatever. Okay. Oh, and for the record, I'll bring this up too, because this is, again, a lot of people like to say this is the elephant in the room. Okay. So, Iron Chef Sakai, who obviously was a huge supporter in here, then he turned on me and lost his mind, did a whole negative stream about me. Then he deleted the stream, apologized profusely, came back and started supporting me again. All right. Apparently now is on Steve's streams, Truth Seeker streams, throwing the guy 20 subs at a time. Don't ask me why. Again, it doesn't affect me. I don't know what's going on there, nor am I involved. All right. Rare Tricks, who was just in here last week supporting, who's the person who bought the Italian rum cake for the 100 goal anniversary celebration stream, right? Apparently was on the streams throwing money at detractors. All right. I don't know why. I have nothing to do with it. Here's the deal is, like I said, It seems like this has been like this for many, many years. All right. It's a revolving door. People come in here and have and do stuff and have fun, and then some people get turned off and they leave, and then they come back and then they leave. Right? Some people never come back. Some people leave for a long time and then they come back after many, many years. They'll return. Okay. I don't know why. I don't control it. I don't speak with these people behind the scenes about secret stuff. You know what I mean? I have no clue. And also, I don't control what people do in their own free time because it's their own free time. I don't stalk my viewers. I don't micromanage them. I don't care what they're doing outside of the realm of how they behave in my chat, which is my place of business. If they want to go somewhere else, right? And uh, if they want to go somewhere else, and if they want to support other people or whatever, they have the right to do that. Okay. Already I'm being told this is misinformation that Iron Chef Sakai went over to Steve's stream and actually gave him the 20 subs while the original show was airing on Thursday before he turned on me, and that this is misinformation. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen Iron Chef Sakai in a week. The last time that he was here was Sunday night of last week. Okay. And, I don't even know if he'll ever be back. I don't know what's up with him. I don't talk with him behind the scenes or otherwise, right? Like, we don't. It's not like we're constantly talking or anything. Oh, here he is. Oh, he says, I thought you would be compensated for the interview. That's why I dropped a big dono. Sorry, King. Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't getting any compensation for any interview. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's what I tell people. I literally don't have any involvement with these things. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for compensation. I know that when I get involved in drama, I never benefit. That's why I don't involve myself in drama. If anything, we learned from the side scrollers, right? That there was no long-term benefit there for me at all. It was a complete waste of everyone's time, and I committed to you guys that I wasn't going to involve myself in this kind of drama moving forward. So I did get fooled and snaked into being into that situation. It was not something I actively chose to do. I committed to you guys I wouldn't be involved in that shit anymore, right? So, again, I apologize for it happening. Again, we talked about this, but again, I don't stalk my viewers. I don't stalk my supporters. I don't have anything to do with this stuff. So I don't know why someone would have gone to someone sees someone as a detractor and would have contributed to them. You know what I mean? Like, rare tricks we haven't seen in like half a week to a week. I don't know if all of a sudden his opinions turned on me and people are saying he's donating to my active detractors. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I don't stalk. I don't really control it, so I can't care. Like, why would I care? I guess is the big question. I mean, does it suck when someone who is your supporter is making a spectacle somewhere else? I guess so, because then people always ask you about it. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know anything about it, right? Like, I literally don't know anything about it at all. So, if anything, I think I've done a good job of navigating these waters. Like, I don't let this kind of stuff dominate. All these drama queens like to let this stuff dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely these people will come in and start talking drama shit and do this stuff. Um, and as you know, I don't involve myself with it. I didn't even know about this drama until this morning on my own chat, and I realized it was my own screw up, apparently in my own schedule, that caused the mix up. Right? I don't have anything to do with it. So, but here, it's the thing. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about it. I'm not involved with it. You don't have to bring it up. Like whispering on a schoolyard, like it's some kind of a thing. Oh my God, did you hear about this and this? Like, it's, TMZ shit. Like, I don't know anything about it. I also don't care. I got stuff to do, right? Okay. I received a $2 tip. Blackman B says, it's funny people make fun of women for watching soap operas. Meanwhile, they're doing the same exact thing online. I like stories. I don't want my life to be consumed by it, though. There you go. Excuse me. There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, everyone, does anyone? Oh, I just got some gifted memberships. Thank you there. Who's this? Ruby Galaxy has gifted 5 memberships to the community on YouTube. Thank you, Ruby Galaxy. I appreciate that. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Those are our first memberships of the day. That counts for 15 bucks of support. So now we're up to 70. We're almost halfway to our goal. Thank you, everyone. Almost halfway to the goal for the stream. I received another $2 tip. I would like you to try Monster Hunter Wilds one more time with everything it has, the smithing, the feeling of progression and all. If I donate it, I don't mind if you drop it after trying it once. I want to help you get your mind off drama, uh, and all of that, Phil. Oh, well, that's a pretty nice thing to say, actually. That's actually a pretty nice sentiment that you understand that it might not work and I might drop it after a stream, and you still want to donate it, and you also want to, move past drama and just do fun gaming stuff. So I have to think about it. It's the 28th it comes out, right? I think the very, very tail end of the month, I think. So, all right, I'll have to think about that. Possibility of a yes. Maybe I'm leaning towards yes. I guess here's what we'll see. All right. Let's leave it as a possibility. This is the same person who had emailed me, right, about it. I still have your email in my inbox. I just didn't respond because I've been busy. It's my fault. It's sitting in my inbox. Let's see how things go this month. This week in particular, there's so many new games and things, and we're gonna juggle stuff and see what I'm actually going to play and what I'm not going to play. All right, let's do that much and try to figure that out. And based on what I decide to do or not do, may determine if we want to do Monster Hunter Wilds or not. Like, let's say a lot of these games end up being huge duds, right? Well, if they're huge duds, then we probably don't want to go ahead and play more of them and do something. We want to do different stuff. Maybe we'll want to bring in Monster Hunter Wilds then. But what if a lot of them are good and we end up adopting 2, 3 new games this week? Well, then maybe I won't want to be doing Monster Hunter Wild, right? I'll tell you this. I mean, if you want to get it for me, that's nice of you. I really appreciate that. I really don't want to waste your money. I don't. I feel bad. Like, if I get the game and we play for like 3 hours and then everyone's like, as expected. But I mean, if you absolutely know what you're getting into and you're totally okay with that, I don't know. I guess I should ask the crowd here, right? Like, what do you guys think about Monster Hunter Wild? Should I do this or not? I really have no clue anymore. I'm so confused at this point. I really am. The villain says no, it'll kill the stream. A lot of people are saying I don't know. Rejection says yes. She says I'm honestly interested in Monster Hunter, but I get why you'd be nervous. No, it's boring. You see what I mean? Like, it's such a split. There's such a split about this game. It's weird. Hmm. We got more shout outs to do. Holy crap. Well, first off, yes, I saw what happened on Kick, but let's shout out this other tip. There's another $2 tip here. I'm going to read this one. Someone tipped $2 says, "Why can't you just be honest with us? It's hurtful that I've been lying, and I don't mind doing big support if you tell us where the money is going." All right, you want to know where the money is going? Ready? Here's where the money goes. You want me to outline every single thing? Let's see. Let's start. My money goes to all my ongoing bills. So things every month that I absolutely must pay, like my mortgage, okay? Like health insurance, like the utilities, right? The basic stuff that everyone has, right? Money also goes to support all the people and creatures in my household, so food for everyone. All the supplies for the house and everything in this house, everything for Jasper Kitty, right? All of that stuff has to be paid for. Okay? Everything that's associated with this business has to be paid for. That's where the money goes. Does some of the money go frivolously to things? Sure, it does. Yeah, we order out once or twice a week. Not DoorDash. Well, DoorDash sometimes. It is whatever. It doesn't matter how we order, right? But we order out every once in a while. Not every day, but every once in a while, right? Do I spend money on mobile games? Yes, you guys are well aware of that. I've done it publicly. I've told you outright that I do it, right? Like, this is all this. There's no secret clandestine stuff happening here. All right. And as you can see, the turnaround that I've had since last summer, I am not destitute. I am not desperate. I'm not sitting here, "Oh my god, I need to make my goal today or else I can't pay my bills." That's not the case. All right? I'm not in the best of financial positions, that's for sure. I'm also not in the worst. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, which is a good place to be. Okay? Much better than me always being in an awful situation for the longest time. Um, and this is something that has been transparent since last year. I've told you all about this, right? So, I don't know what confusion you would have about it at this point. Now, am I gonna sit here and tell you guys every single thing I'm going to do with every dollar? No. Literally no content creator is ever going to do that ever in the history of anything. Because it's funny when people demand these things of me, it's like, well, did you ever ask this other guy or this other guy? Even the people who are asking those things of me haven't done it themselves, right? For all these streams that Steve is doing about me, is Steve going to open up his accounts and checkbook and show you what he's spending all the money on that he made on those streams? No, nor should he have to. No one should ever have to. All right. If you have issue with me in the past, 5+ years ago during my bankruptcy, saying that I was in a bad financial position and asking for contributions, and you think that I spent money irresponsibly then, fair enough. You have reason to criticize me for things that happened 5 years ago. But today it's 2025. It's not 2020 and me going through a bankruptcy. It's different now. And I'm not doing those dumb things. I'm not promising you guys the world and not living up to it. I'm not begging and demanding and then, you know, doing these underhanded things, right? The truth is back then I was in a very desperate position. I didn't know how the hell I was going to get by day to day, okay? I was in a bad way and I did things that I regret. But I'm not doing them anymore. So if you're okay with that and you want to stick around and you want to enjoy my content and support it, thank you. If you're not okay with that and you don't, you're upset, then you can leave and that's fine too. That's the beauty of human nature is you have freedom of will to do whatever you want with your time, right? I'm not going to sit here and cry about it, you know? So thanks to those who've been along for the ride and people who like my content and want to still be here for positivity and fun. I appreciate you all. I really do. And if you're upset with me, fair enough. I'm sorry that this has happened and things have come to light that you don't like about my past. Um, have a good life. But that's where I leave it. I don't need to sit here and talk about it all day, every day. And I don't need to, be beating around the bush talking about this shit. But that's what everyone wants. Well, just keep bringing it up every day. No, I'm not going to. Not, I have more things, positive things to do in my life that I've moved past all of this crap. I'm in another phase of my life, a much better one. All right. So there you have it. All right. Okay. Another tip. And then we got a big shout out over on Kick. I got a $2 tip. And the man says, well, we will hear it again. Well, you will, but it's going to because other people keep bringing it up. Right. You know that, right? Someone sent me $2 talking about a financial audit show. No, no one cares, including me. As I already said, no one gives two shits. All right. In my fan base, I don't care. I'm not looking because again, this seems to be the big misconception. The thing that Steve said that was absolutely hilarious. Well, you should care. You should clear your name. There's nothing to clear. No one cares. Right? This is not some big burning thing that is no one cares until someone brings it up again for the millionth time. And I'm like, yup, I made mistakes. Yup, I was in the wrong. Yup, I'm sorry. And I'm doing better now. See what I mean? But it's just never good enough. None of it's ever good enough because people want to make content out of it to make money. If there was no money to be had, people wouldn't be making said content. Do you understand? Okay. All right. So we do have an insanely huge, generous contribution on Kick. 20 subs came in from Iron Chef Sakai, which is amazing. It is a new week, and I just noticed the leaderboard reset over on Kick. So Iron Chef Sakai, we have Zimmer P. Flans who did the 3 this morning, and now we have Iron Chef Sakai for 20. So I'm gonna play a nice animation for Iron Chef here. Thank you, Iron Chef Sakai. 20 gifted subs on Kick. is the equivalent of a $100 of support, which means we have hit the goal, folks. Let's go ahead and get to 15 out of 20. Let's play a nice celebratory animation. What am I doing? Boy, I'm out of sorts. I said, let's play an animation. I'm looking in my pop-ups for tips for it. It's not a tip. It's on my freaking stream deck. See, I'm tired today. I got woken out of my sleep twice in a row. And I was so tired now from it. I can't even keep track of what I'm doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to hit my goals once again. I appreciate you all for filling the coffers, paying the taxes, and supporting DSP Gaming. We're going to have some great stuff coming up soon. It looks like this week we're going to be hitting the goal and doing this DSP tries it for McDonald's Shamrock Shake and more, which I'm actually really excited for. I think it's going to work well. So thank you so much. Now, I haven't even started the game yet. We have potential that we could possibly actually hit another goal on this stream because now we have a whole gameplay, 3 hours of gameplay coming. So thank you to anyone else who contributes today. Maybe we'll hit a second goal. Let's find out. And thank you to those who have supported so far. You guys are awesome. Okay? Sweet. Yes, there is a second stream, Deus Belly. If you use the schedule command in chat, which is !schedule, it'll pop up and show you what's going on. Okay? Shout out to Dan the Man, who gifted a membership this morning, and it went to Darziak, my moderator. Well, awesome. Thank you, Dan the Man, for that. And that will get us up to $181 to support. So we are already a good chunk towards a tier 2 goal here and hitting another one. Okay. Now, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about here on the chat before we adjourn for the day? Any other hot topics? Anything else that I forgot? We're actually at the correct time today. We're at 90 minutes roughly, which is what I like to do for the show. So if anyone else, anything that I missed, or should we move ahead and jump into Onimusha? No problem, Deus Belly. Have a good day. Any chance I'll ever excuse me. I almost coughed. Something got right in my throat. Any chance I'll revisit Dark Souls 2? Yes, Eddie Chill. I will revisit Dark Souls 2. I actually promise you I will. Since the Dark Souls 1 with mods run was successful, it was a little painful at first getting it working. But once we got it working, I feel like the improved graphics and the tweaks to the game made it fun. I've heard with Dark Souls 2, all right, that there's actually going to be a really big amount of mods available that will completely change the game. We're not talking little tweaks like I did with Dark Souls 1, but actual game-changing mechanics and things, big chunks of the game different. I'd be down for that. So if that's the case, yeah, I definitely want to do it. And I would like to do it later this year when we have downtime. Right now, it just so happens we're heading into a busy time of the year. Games are going to be coming out very rapid pacing in the next several months. But once things kind of slow down again, I'd be excited for it. I really want to do all the Dark Souls games with mods, actually. Okay? Would I ever get into another fighting game and to get good? Maybe if I liked it enough, Ruby. I don't know if I ever will like another fighting game as much as I enjoy Street Fighter. Fatal Fury's later this week. I guess we'll test it out and see what happens. The Gorge is an amazing movie. Check it out. All right, I never heard about that. What game am I most excited for that's releasing soon? It's tough to ask, actually. Like, just this week, I don't know what to expect from Avowed. I don't know if Lost Records will be as good as Life is Strange. I hope Fatal Fury is good, but I don't even know how it plays. And Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, I know I'm going to like, but I don't know if my audience will. So everything's a big question mark right now. So how can I get excited? You know, I'm more intrigued than excited. I'm not hyped. I'm just excited that there's new stuff finally. It's been such a drag, such a lapse in new content. To have new games will be exciting, regardless of if they're good or not. Valkyl says, in terms of playing games you like, why don't you pick one game per rotation you want to play and just play it? This way you have a balance between business and fun. But I mean, Valkyl, here's the thing. Like, that's kind of what I've always done. Like, for example, the only reason that I ever even played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is because I wanted to play it, and everyone told me not to because I was already playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I said, no, but it's one that I want to play really bad. So I did, but then I ended up paying for it because everyone yelled at me for 2.5 months that it was too long of a game. It took me too long to beat. No one was showing up for the streams. No one was supporting the streams, and everyone complained constantly. And, that's what I mean. Like, I wish that I was popular enough, like one of these big content creators that literally, no matter what they do, they get attendance and they get support and they get all of that. I don't get that. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who are here sometimes in order to just hang out with me and support no matter what I'm doing, but there's people who will specifically show up for games they like because I'm a variety creator. So I kind of have to play that off of it, right? I don't know what the solution is. We talked about this many times on these streams. I just don't know what the actual solution is. Did we have a good Valentine's? I was here on Valentine's Day on Friday. We're gonna have a day off together at the end of this month. We're working on it right now to plan the exact day and what we want to do on it. We already have a few things in mind. Um, we're gonna definitely have a nice day together, like a date day at the end of February at some point. Yes, we'll be finishing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black tomorrow night. That's right. One more stream. Escanor says, I want to say with Monster Hunter, yes, it can be grindy, but as you get stronger, it takes less time. There you go. Lazy says, Yakuza is always chill fun, and I hope to play it. All right, guys. I think I think it's time to adjourn. All right. It's been a good podcast. And again, I'll just end with the summary. From my perspective, I'm not involved with any of this drama, nor do I want to be. Know that, right? I'm going to continue forward this week as a normal week. Tons of new content. Right? Really, tons of new content with all these new games coming out. Finishing up playthroughs like Ninja Gaiden, getting further, maybe beating Onimusha by the end of the week as well. We'll see how the week goes. And to my knowledge, we're still doing Smart Guys on Tuesday night. It's still happening. I don't know why it wouldn't. I've been told that we're doing it. It's not. Nothing's changed there. Um, and that everything's fine moving forward. Listen, if anything were to change and turn on its head, and or if I were to get snaked by Kino Casino or anyone else otherwise, I don't really care. I'm just being honest. I don't really care. We already said my piece on this, that I'll just say, all right, enough of that. Just do our content from now on, positively, our own stuff. We don't really worry too much about what others say or do, just like I used to do. And, that's how you conduct yourself. I'm not going to sit here being, oh, I'm so hurt because I'm betrayed. And, oh, I'm going to sit here and cry about it constantly. No, I have shit to do, right? I have stuff to do. I haven't been involved with stuff with the casino outside of Smart Guys in a long time anyway, right? So I will believe what I'm being told. Okay. But if it's all fake, it's fake. And it is what it is, but I don't really care. We'll just move forward positively regardless, right? Oh, by the way, Shia, you gifted a sub, right? I'm sorry. Shia gifted a sub on Kick and I missed it. Thank you, Shia. I'm sorry about that. I just looked and I saw, oh crap, I didn't even say anything. Thank you, Shia, for the gifted sub. I appreciate that, man. Okay. Exactly. Gia says, stay above it because Cambion is just going down a well-traveled road of lame shit straight from the farms. Yeah. That's the other funny part, too, is I did all this research. And I was like, what? Yeah, you went to Kiwi Farms. Like, literally everything you said, you took off Kiwi Farms, dude. Oh, is it Shia? I thought it was Shia. It's Shia? Oh, okay. Sorry, Shia. You probably told me that before. Anyway. So let's go. Oh, Cracker Jacks, you're coming. Are you going to be back more regularly now? That's cool. It's good to see you. All right, guys, let's end the show, shall we? Let's end the show. And then I got to take a brief break to use the restroom, and then we're going to jump into Onimusha, another 2.5 hours of Onimusha today, and see how far we get in the game. Okay. All righty, everyone. Thank you. Great start to the week. I appreciate you all. And I hope that you're here to enjoy a full week of new gaming content because we've got a lot. Oh, I didn't change the schedule. I'll change that schedule, guys. I screwed it up. That schedule's wrong. That's from Friday. I never updated it with Typo. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow when we'll talk about how both Onimusha and the network test went. And we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. See you in the morning.